Welcome to the OTech Talks podcast, where it's all about working on Oracle technologies. You will hear the latest Oracle tech information, and your host, Kashif Manzoor, brings together product overviews, how-tos, best practices, tips and tricks, and troubleshooting techniques.
Today I'm very happy to announce that we have our first guest speaker for OTech.tv. He has more than 15 years experience working on Oracle technologies, and he's going to share with us a quick tech talks along with number of other questions. I'm very pleased to welcome him on this session. Before starting that session, I just want to say thank you very much for listening, and I hope this new session with the expert will bring more knowledge and learning for Oracle Tech Talks community. And even if someone else wants to be a guest on OTech.tv, they are most welcome. I will try to publish a link on our website so that whoever wants to be part of Tech Talks, he can drop me an email on contact us form on the portal so that we can get in touch and we can schedule a session.
Hi everyone. Today is our session number 11 for alltechtalks.tv, and today we have a guest speaker from Switzerland who comes from a family of Austrian engineers and inventors. This inherited talent he used since 1989 to improve applications in the Oracle environment, being faster and better. He's an Oracle ace, and during 2010, Oracle appointed him a member of the Real World Performance Group. He is also a member of Oracle.net, and he blogs on his Oracle knowledge with the community oracleriddleblog.wordpress.com. A decade of experience working with the customers to solve Oracle problems. I'm very happy to welcome Lothar Flatz on OTech.tv. Hi, Lothar.
Hi, Kashif.
Yeah, I really am excited to have you on our podcast. Why not you can just introduce yourself quickly?
I don't know what you know from my background, so I did start with Oracle version 5 in 1989.
Yeah, I read it on the blog.
Yeah, and was 15 years Oracle employee. And,
okay.
Yeah, I was the last 2 years I was working for the Real World Performance Group. You know that group?
Yeah, I know that very well.
So Andrew Holsworth was my boss.
Yeah.
We've been doing Exadata POCs. I've done 12 POCs with Exadata, 111, and one draw.
Okay. Excellent.
So you know that I do have a patent for Oracle. It's on performance. I also have had an article about it in the New Cook magazine.
Right.
I'm Octable member, and since recently I'm Oracle.
Yeah.
What is certainly a bit peculiar is that being an Oracle employee was not entitled for title like Oracle ace.
Right.
So I was starting the OTN stuff on a very senior level already. Just one question before. What is the intention of your podcast? What message do you like to bring across?
My message is to basically learn and share knowledge with the community. That's the focus which I'm bringing into that podcast. Because in my career, when I started it, I was reading on the forums, reading on the different technology blogs. So I learned it from that, and then I joined as a user group. So that gave me impression that if I can learn from the community and I can grow my career, so let's give back to the community. whoever a new, young, or beginner level guy, he can advance their career. That's the motive behind.
Okay, good.
Okay.
As you already said, my specialty is performance tuning. As many of you will be DBAs, my background is more database developer.
All right. Thank you, Lothar. Now, just a question, and how you started a journey in Oracle technology, or from technology to coming back to the community?
Well, for me, it was certainly different from most of the Oracle aces. As an Oracle employee for 15 years, I was not entitled to become Oracle ace. Indeed, you have to give that title back if you have it before. And so I was working a lot with the Oracle internal community threads and in the Oracle internal forums. So that whole thing was not new to me. And when I retired from Oracle to try something else, I started as a very senior, experienced person, but with very little points on OTN. So that was, I think, kind of unusual.
All right. So today our topic, which Lothar will bring into OTech Talks community, is DBMS explain.display cursor. So I would like to request him to just share his thoughts as a quick tech talks.
Yes, this actually comes from my experience on OTN. As you would expect, I used to ask the performance questions on OTN, and quite often what we get is an explain plan, which is rather bad, because explain plan doesn't give us the necessary information to give good advice. So what I will emphasize to use is DBMS explain.display cursor and using runtime statistics. Runtime statistics give you most of the time almost everything you need to do a tuning, and will you give in a nutshell the information that you can go and use to ask for advice on OTN. I will, as I'm just talking, I can't show it to you, but there are enough good sources on the internet where you can take the ways how to use this feature. What you have to do is you have to switch statistics level to all first, or use the hint getter plant statistics. Then you would run your SQL statement, and at the end you will do select star from table, open parentheses, dbmsx underscore explain plan dot display cursor. And the first parameter would be SQL ID. However, if you provide null, it will take the last SQL statement in the session. Sometimes there is a little issue with it because, for example, there's server output activated or encryption, and then it's not your statement but something else that you get. But most of the time it will just work and display your statement. It will contain an execution plan, and it will contain the runtime statistics. The runtime statistics is the actual effort that the database made to retrieve the rows in the output. So when an execution plan only shows the estimate, and then you have the reality, you have the truth in the runtime statistics. And normally if you have a problem with a statement, then the estimate is not correct. This is a rule that Wolfgang Breitling from the OakTableNet defined. He is director at Enkitech, and he also said whenever the estimate is correct, then most of the time your plan is correct too. This is called a cardinality feedback. So what you do is then comparing estimate versus actual, and you find that way you find the issue. with the estimation. So runtime statistics give you both the estimation and the actual number of rows, the actual timings, the actual buffers, the actual reads. And this allows you, an expert, to judge on that and make a good advice what would be wrong with your plan. So in addition, we could say that display cursor is telling you the truth, is showing the true plan. Sometimes explain plan will not show you the true plan, will not show you what is really running on your server. There is a block of Carrier Spawn, which is Oracle Ace Director and CTO of Enkitech Accenture, and he called that block entry explain plan lies. So I would really advise you to use display cursor for getting better results.
So how do you feel now that Oracle Ace community is special with regards to Oracle community?
You mean how I feel as an Oracle Ace?
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually surprised. I was very happy. I wasn't sure if my contributions were big enough. You know, I was obviously doing a lot, but I was also rather new to the community. So the day when I received the actual ACE title, I was very happy. I was opening a bottle of champagne and had some celebrations with my wife.
Okay, great. If you want to suggest something, a new learner, a beginner in Oracle community, how do they get the most out of it? From where they can start, or how they can learn more technology from the community?
I think if you ask the Oak Table members and you ask the successful people in the community, they share one thing. That it is no shame to make mistakes, and it is good to learn. And you should also admit if you made a mistake, and you should improve yourself by accepting a better way.
If you could magically suggest all of your Oracle community members one thing in this world, what it would be?
Work scientifically, measure, and try to be objective. I think this has helped me the most in my life, and this is what I take from.
All right. Really, thank you very much, Lothar, for your time.
Yes,
and I will keep in touch. I definitely learned a lot of things being a senior in the Oracle community, and it gives me really inspiration from you to learn more.
You can reach to Lothar Flatz on his blog, which is oracleriddleblog.wordpress.com, oracleriddleblog.wordpress.com, and all the information I will put on the show notes. And he has a very excellent blog where he loves puzzles and like to learn by examples. So that's the reason he have compiled a collection of riddles from his own experience, and he used to publish those riddles on his blog, and after that he's also publishing the solution for that. Join today otechtalks.tv and be part of Tech Talk. If you have some feedback, comments on this session, or you want to suggest some new topic we should cover in future podcasts, please leave a note in the comment section on the podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and we together are learning new Oracle technologies, please share it with other folks so that we together learn Oracle. Also, please leave a candid review for the Oracle Tech Talks podcast on iTunes. Your honest ratings and reviews will help this session on iTunes. And for subscription to this session on the Tech Talks podcast, you can subscribe to iTunes, or you can go directly to otechtalks.tv and you can listen all the podcast. Thank you so much once again for joining us.
Thanks for listening to the OTech Talks podcast, and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.